What up, folks? And you're locked into another episode of Listen in 3D. This is episode number 90, counting it down to episode 100. I'm your boy, once again, Justin, aka Too Tall for You Fool. And together we are both Team 3D, the host of Listen in 3D, where we discuss, dissect, and debate the music and albums in the world of hip hop and other genres. Like what you're seeing, like this video or dislike it. Comment, as we appreciate any feedback. Share it around, and most importantly, subscribe. If you want to help us out when you do subscribe, one step further, click that notification bell. That way, you know when all our videos and shorts go live. All right. So I know you've been wanting to, do this one for probably a while, and this is one of your, favorite artists, favorite West Coast rapper, producers. You're very excited. I mean, any words I can explain before we jump right into this? Okay. All right. And who are we talking today?
The one and only DJ Quik.
DJ Quik.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what album we doing from him today?
Today we are covering Safe and Sound, and this is his third studio album, and it was released February 12th, 1995, few days before I hit 10 years old, and I was already drawn into this. Sorry if I'm going off topic, but yeah, this was like a big album for me right here, man. It was released through Profile Records and certified gold. It peaked at number one on the top R&B and hip hop albums and number 14 on Billboard 200. The singles are Safe and Sound and Summer Breeze. The music video for that is Safe and Sound, just only one video from that album. The guest appearances are High C, Second to None, Playa Ham, and Cam.
All right, so DJ Quick. So we talked about DJ Quick a while back. I'd have to pull up the sheet, but it was one of like the first episodes that well, not the first, but one of like the first batch of episodes Netta and I did. If I can remember, I'm just gonna pull up the episode list really quickly. It was here we are, episode number 6. So yeah, it was definitely in like
Oh,
with
damn.
batch of
Early
first 10
on.
episodes. Quick as the name. That was the album we did, his debut, and to many probably his best work. I would beg to differ, and just I
I
mean, I
agree.
probably have a different opinion on this one. I mean, in terms, I think he definitely upped the production from Quick as the name, even way too funky, which is my personal favorite from Quick. I feel he upped it a little bit from what he did on Quick as a Name, but I feel a lot of people feel that probably Quick as the Name is his best work. Which, and I think one of the reasons why I like Way Too Funky is my favorite is because my favorite song from him, Just Like Compton, is on that album. So
Which I have the single on vinyl.
yeah, I need. Oh, yo, you do. Oh, we gotta talk later then. But
And it was $5, man.
yeah, that's one I've low key been looking for. So anyway, but DJ Quick, as he says in some of the songs, class of '91, him, second to none, High C, AMG. Now I want to stop at AMG for a minute, and maybe you can answer this because I know you follow him a little more closely than I do. Was there something going on between Quick and AMG during this time? Because I want to know why he doesn't appear on this album.
You know what? That I'm not too sure of, man. Like, yeah, I never really dived deep into that topic pretty much.
I think something was going on. I probably could have did a little bit more research on that before this podcast, but I figured you might know, so I figured I'd ask you. But I know there was a reason why he wasn't on this album. Cause yeah, just Yeah, kind of weird, but his boys Second to None and High C definitely made an appearance, so I thought that was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, so this third album, and he's been around. He's after this did rhythmalism, balance and options. I have one of his albums. I went to a signing, Book of David. I got that. I got that booklet signed by him. So I've met DJ Quick before. He signed it at Amoeba Records, the old
Oh,
one.
nice.
Yeah. So
You know what? I met him once back at the Warehouse Music, which used to be located across the street from the Lakewood Mall.
Lakewood Center Mall.
Yeah,
I used to live by there. Yeah, I think it's a Big Lots now, but yeah, I used to live by there.
yeah. I remember he had a in-store signing. It might have been during the Balance and Options album,
Okay,
from
balancing.
what I recall. Yeah,
Yeah, because I know when I was living there, the warehouse was gone. So, well, that at least that
yeah,
location. So, Miss Warehouse Music. That was a good place.
yeah. Definitely, man.
Yeah,
Got a lot of CDs from there.
yeah, definitely. So, in terms of so he's been around. He's done great production over the years, and um, I feel a lot of people, a lot of DJ Quick fans. I mean, wherever they live, West Coast, East Coast, across the country, feel like this guy doesn't get his flowers. And I know there was a something someone put on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, where someone had said Dr. DJ Quick is the producer, something with him and DJ Quick and Dr. Dre or something like that. And then I know Quick responded, someone finally said it or something like that. So I mean, I don't think it's really going to go anywhere. But I mean, you see something like that, does it make you feel that the comparisons between Dr. Dre and DJ Quick? Like what kind of comparison? What how does DJ Quick stand out from say a Dr. Dre?
Man, so I've always had this debate with quite a few people about the best producers between Quick and Dre, and I was always Team Quick, man. DJ Quick, I felt like he was more hands on with his own studio equipment, his own instruments. Um, he always referred to himself as the one man band, because he played, he dropped a synthesizer or the piano keys, or he would just do everything pretty much, himself. Dre, he's a dope producer too. He's one of my favorites as well. But Dre's more like I would say like a conductor in a sense, or
Mm,
a composer. He'll bring in, Colin Wolf and have him lay out some keys on the synth, or he'll bring in a bass player and just throw some bass lines down, or he'll have a drummer come in and throw some a drum pattern down. Like he was more like an arranger in a sense,
mm,
um, Dre. So I always felt like Quick was more hands on, and he also got schooled by Roger Troutman
yeah,
on
yeah.
the South Block.
He talked to Roger Troutman a lot about that, and he
Yeah,
perfects it on on a few songs, "Safe and Sound," for
yeah,
example, that we hear on here. And I actually have the quote here. Someone, Lalo Tarantino. I think hopefully I said it right. DJ Quick is actually who everyone thinks Dr. Dre is, and Quick responded, "Finally, someone had the balls to say it."
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. I felt like people always, or Quick was always in the shadow of Dre and on the West Coast,
yeah,
and I felt like Quick was up there alongside with Dre, if not maybe don't get mad, slightly a little bit better, but
mm,
I feel like Quick comes out with more albums on his own,
yeah,
his own solo albums than Dre does.
yeah. I feel. I mean, rapping wise, I think Quick is better. I mean, I'm not even gonna. I don't even think there's a competition there. Like,
Yeah,
and then production wise, I mean, I think it's safe to say that Dr. Dre did take a few things or two from Quick. I mean,
yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
would
be
agree.
surprised. I mean, I'm sure Quick showed him a few things that what he does, and
Yeah,
so I mean, yeah. But
I
DJ,
mean,
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. No,
No,
I
no.
was gonna say like
Mm,
yeah, it's natural too. Like as producers or anyone that's creating, especially that they grew up in the same cities, they're not gonna really battle each other or hate each other or
yeah.
dislike each other. They pretty much build on top of each other. If one person knows this in production and the other one doesn't understand it, I'm pretty sure naturally they're gonna show each other. You know, I feel like there was like always that good connection between them, but to the public side, one's gonna choose one over the other. Like me, I always chose Quick over Dre, but I like Dre's beats, but Quick I feel like a little bit better than Dre.
Yeah, I think Quick tries to perfect his sound a little harder when he goes into like any kind of project that he does. For me, it's very, very tough to decide. I mean, they're both on the same level. I mean, I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
Dre is better. I'm not gonna say Quick is better. They'd have
Also, oh no, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'm not. I'm just saying. I was just saying. It's just a tough one. I mean, they're definitely my top five favorites. If I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah. Also, I was gonna say what separates Dre and Quick on their albums. Quick comes out with his grooves. Every album he comes out with, Quick's groove.
Quick's
The second
Groove,
album,
Quick's Groove,
Quick's groove too. This album, his third album,
Quick's
Quick's groove
Groove
three.
three. Yeah.
And
So
it's just like a G Funk West Coast like beat, just an instrumental, just
yeah,
letting it flow. And that's something Dre doesn't do on his albums
yeah.
or his.
Well, I mean, I guess if you put out a single, I'm sure you can find the instrumental somewhere, maybe. But I mean, he did do
Yeah,
the 2001 instrumentals, so I mean, he had that.
yeah, but that's different though. Like this is more like Quick making a beat
Hmm.
that you really can't rap on. It's more made for like on a production and
Yeah,
like a beat head pretty much, where a beat maker just makes the beat
yeah,
and it's only solely meant to just listen as an instrumental. Like
yeah.
stripping away the vocals from any album and
Hmm.
just throwing out an instrumental album, in my opinion, doesn't count as someone just making a beat and putting it out there. Like yeah, like the Dre 2001 instrumentals, all they did was how to, take the vocals off.
Yeah. I mean,
But I mean, like,
that's fair.
yeah, and then the Quick, it's more like he went in knowing, okay, I'm gonna
No one's
make
gonna
a,
be rapping on this.
yeah, no one's gonna rap on it. It's more like a something you just cruise to, drive around the city,
Yeah,
or relax to. He went in as a beat maker, knowing I'm just gonna put out this instrumental, and then I'm gonna start doing it on each album. He did it on Quick as a name, and
mm,
then he was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing this for all the albums, and then went on and did all that. Like I felt like that's a big thing for me as a beat head and a
yeah,
production level. Like that speaks volumes to me.
yeah. That's very good. Yeah, Quick's Groove is on another level when it comes to his albums. So yeah, if you do listen to any DJ Quick album, you'll notice whatever album number is on Quick's Groove 5. Quick's Groove 6, Quick's
Yeah,
Groove. That definitely very, 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 very talented in that regard. And yeah, just got a few thoughts on the Quick's Groove on this one as well. But
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I think when it came to Quick. I mean, I know he's still like popular in the game, but in terms of like his crew, like the other guys, High C, Second to None, AMG. I mean, because like the five of them were like the second coming of NWA when they came out, and then like when I feel like when Death Row came around, they not so much disappeared, but just
took a back seat.
yeah, so kind of took like a backseat to what else was going on. And I mean, I know Second to None
Yeah,
had that album that was going to be on Death Row that got canceled or whatever, and then High C kind of was doing nothing, at least from what I saw, and then AMG was nowhere to be seen. But I mean, back then they were the crew. So
yeah. And you know what's crazy with this album? Suge Knight is listed as the executive producer of it, even though Quick wasn't even signed to Death Row.
yeah,
He was still under profile, but he was really messing with Death Row a
mm,
lot during this time.
yeah, he was. I mean, and then it was around this time I think, or maybe actually a little later on, where he started working with. on Tupac's All Eyes on Me album.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, yeah, around this time because
yeah,
like
right.
95.
Yeah, I mean, whenever, because I think wasn't he in jail during that time? I don't know, I forgot, but because I know the next month is when Me Against the World came out, and then when I think when they bailed him out, so maybe like later on in the year, but at
Yeah, like late 95,
yeah,
early.
yeah, but I don't think not February, not when this album dropped.
Oh yeah, not when this one came out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I was getting at.
yeah.
All right, so anyway, so album memories. Do you remember like where you were when you got the album? I know it was 2 days before your 10th or 11th birthday, right, or something.
It was let's see. Yeah, it was a few days before I turned 10.
Oh
I
yeah,
was in fifth grade, and by then I was before the album dropped. You hear the singles on the local radio stations, and
yeah.
for us, it was Power 106 or 92.3, The Beat, and
Mm,
um, I would always hear it on Power. Safe and Sound would always come on, and that was his single right there. So I always liked the sound of that beat right there. So I would record it whenever it came on the radio. I just recorded it onto a blank cassette and just listen to it before I bought the album. And then when the album did come out, I went to I would go to the Warehouse Music a lot, and or at the time too in um, I don't know if you remember it. It was Blockbuster Music. So Blockbuster
Yeah,
had
I
like
remember
yeah,
Blockbuster Music. Yeah, there was
yeah,
one
they
right
had
up the
like
street
a
from my
little.
house. There was one.
Oh, really? Yeah, yeah. So they Blockbuster put out like a music store, kind of like a warehouse, but it
Hmm.
was solely on. I would go there or just dig through the CDs right there, and I think I did get it at the Warehouse Music though at the mall in Downey.
Okay.
Yeah, so I picked it up, and actually it was the cassette first. The CD I got later on, like a few years later, but
Okay.
yeah, the cassette was first, and
Yeah,
then the
cassettes were
CD.
pretty big at Blockbuster Music.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, man, like this whole album just takes me back to that whole year when I was in fifth grade, and because by then I was already, 3 years in with
Hmm.
being familiar with Death Row Records and the roster. So with this one, this one was probably just one of my favorite albums, and just takes me back to that time, just growing up out there. And yeah, it was just a lot of cool memories as a kid. Just a lot of the tracks on there just sat with me and just grew with me pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Great
Yeah.
story. I know for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember hearing this on the radio because I think I started listening to hip hop a little later on in '95. Maybe I heard it on the radio a few times, but kind of just
Like didn't
pass
know.
passed it
Yeah.
by or something.
Yeah.
Just but then and then with the music videos, I know it was just one. I feel low key. I feel like the album. I mean, I'm no marketing expert or anything, but I feel like the album could have been promoted better if there was a video for say the other single Summer Breeze. But I mean, for the most part, got into DJ Quick. Like around like high school, late high school, early college. Got
Oh,
Quick as I got his no his greatest hits actually the finale I think it was yeah that finale compilation so I got that and then I got Quick as the Name, listen to Way Too Funky, all that through MP3, and then this one as well. This one really did hit though. I mean, Way Too Funky was my favorite, but this one was like a close second.
yeah.
Like,
And
yeah,
and in this album too, there's a lot of shots fired at MC8 because at the time he
oh
was
yeah,
going back and forth with MC8.
MC8, MC good old eight.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Uh,
yeah, I
there's a
mean, for me, but just listen to this one. I mean, it's a definitely a timeless album, definitely nice, smooth album.
yeah,
It, I see why people love it. Just I'm not even gonna front on that part, but definitely a very good, very good album, very well produced. You know, clever rhymes, all that stuff, and a lot of MC8 dissing as well. So
yeah. So you didn't get into DJ Quick like when Rhythmalism came out, like with the Use It Gangsta or
I mean, I would listen to it, but I mean, I wasn't running to like the record store to pick it up or anything, and at least not during that
okay.
time. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
because when I first got turned on to Quick, it was from my uncle. He had the Quick as a name, so I would hear it tonight whenever he'd
yeah,
play it, and
yeah, that was what I did
uh,
hear on the radio a lot. I heard Tonight a lot. Even
Oh, okay.
like when Power 106 or 92.3 would play like their old school jams, it would. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tonight was like really like the
yeah, that was like one
first
of the
song I heard from DJ Quick, if I'm being honest.
yeah,
And
that was
then I
like
heard
one of
Just Like Compton a little later on, and then just like Compton, I fell in love. Like, oh, this song's
yeah,
awesome. Like, so I mean, but yeah, I feel like just low key. I feel like I mean, Safe and Sound. It's a very good song, but I just feel like I just felt like it could have been promoted better. And probably one of the reasons why it went gold, not platinum, but it is what it
yeah.
is.
I know what's crazy is like even though he went gold on this one, it's to me I feel like this is one of his best albums.
Mm,
I felt like the production was a lot more uh, just West Coast sound.
yeah,
Like his earlier albums, Way Too Funky and Quick as a Name. There's quite a few dope beats on there, but that's you can hear the early '90s production.
yeah,
You can hear like that early '90s style, and I felt like right here, mid '90s, '95, the whole G Funk era,
yeah,
all that style of production. I feel like it's all in this. Like
yeah,
you can hear it. You can hear it in here.
yeah. I feel like what he was doing well before. I think with those first two albums, it was like a little bit of G Funk before G Funk. I mean, he didn't invent the sound, but I mean,
He
but
was
like
heading in that direction.
it was going in that direction. And then when this came, this is like where he definitely helped, along with Warren G, helped definitely pioneer it a
Yeah,
lot. With this. So I mean, I feel like this record is definitely well better produced than his first two. If I'm being honest, I just way too funky. I just just what was said on there. Story, the rap and the storytelling.
yeah.
That's what did it for me. All right, so get into the album artwork. Um, looks like he
Should I
has
pull
the.
up the CD?
What's that? It looks like he's. Oh yeah, so got the CD. I don't have it. It might be
Yeah,
somewhere.
there's a
Eventually, I do
CD
want to
right
get
here.
it, but yeah, that was a. I remember seeing it in the record store. I just. I mean, I guess if you turn it around, you could see his face, but I mean, like when you see like the front of it, it's just like,
The side
why is
profile.
he to the side like that? But
It's cool, man. I don't know. Like I like the whole layout of it.
mm,
Um, a lot of red everywhere, even the CD itself.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I remember seeing a
all
CD. A
red.
friend of mine had the CD, and it was
Yeah,
like the red with the black, and
yeah.
him in the
Inside
black
there's like
shadow.
more
Oh yeah,
shots of him.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, in this CD, I feel like there's a lot more red, and it probably has to do with his beef with
Mm,
MCA because I feel like this is where it was at its height.
yeah.
The beef with them. Yeah, I also have the cassette too, but I lost the case. It's pretty
No
big.
artwork on the
Yeah,
cassette, but
yeah. No artwork and faded song titles on here.
uh,
Can't even get on this side.
yeah, yeah.
I'll play.
Is this one you would consider getting on vinyl?
Yeah, I would get this one for sure on vinyl.
I know it is
Yeah,
on vinyl. I would have to look at the right price for it, but if I see it for a good price, I'd definitely pick it up.
if I see it for 100, I'll pick it up. That's how
I
much
don't
I
think
have
it's
it out. No, I know.
I don't think it's that much, but I mean, I know.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, I would spend it just to have it on vinyl. But OG press, I would get OG
You
press.
would
I
get it,
wouldn't.
yeah. You and
Yeah,
your
I
OG,
wouldn't want a reissue.
yeah, you and your OG pressings. Well, I mean, reissues. I guess
Yeah,
that does make.
reissue. Yeah. Or what are your thoughts on the reissue? Like,
Reissues. I mean, it feels cheaper. You can save money. I mean, it doesn't make a difference
yeah,
to me just as long as you can listen to the music. I mean, that's just me, but I mean, if you can get an OG pressing, go for it. And that's
yeah,
just of anything really. But I feel like they shouldn't be overpriced.
yeah.
And
That's
that's just
true. I
vinyls in
agree.
general, just but because a lot of people out there be price gouging and stuff. But
True. Yep. Not gonna throw any record store names out there, but they do that.
yep, yep.
uh,
All right.
no,
What's
there's
up?
one in Riverside, man. There's one in Riverside that they price gouge, man.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's a cool shop though, but I just don't like how they list their prices. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, just when vinyl hunting for not so much hip hop, but just any genre in general. Just do don't go to the first place you see. That's the best advice I
yeah,
can give you.
yeah,
If you got to
yeah. I was,
go to online route too. But
yeah,
it's always good to always get your stuff in person. That's just anything. I mean, but that's why we have eBay, Amazon, stores like that, Discogs for
Yeah.
Okay, so we go into so I did the artwork. So we go into the best beats production. I guess I do want to start out with Quick's groove on this one.
Okay.
It feels like a nice jazz song, like something like you'd listen to like from like Kenny G or something. He did a really good job with this one. I mean, it for the beats,
Yeah.
low key kind of steals the show for me.
What I like about that track is the flute.
Yeah, the flute was nice.
Yeah, I felt like the flute. A lot of like on Dre's Chronic album, the flute on Little Ghetto Boy.
Hmm.
That one had like a dope ass like flute um, track on there, and I felt like it kind of goes alongside with Quick's groove with the flute. It just has like that West Coast touch to it, I guess.
Yeah, and then yeah, so that was nice. It's definitely something you just cruise to like on the coast or something if you're driving out somewhere. Pretty nice. Another beat I liked. I liked the Dollars and Cents one. That was a
Oh
nice beat. Summer
yeah,
Breeze was really good, and then Safe and Sound the single was a nice beat.
yeah. I agree, man. Those are quite a few of my favorites right there.
Yeah. So I mean they had some good ones. So some of your favorites. So what was your favorite beat?
Oh man, I'm just gonna say all of them.
All of them. Okay.
Well, not
Fair,
all of
fair,
them, but I
fair.
mean, like I'm gonna say the list I wrote down. It's gonna be like another 8 or 9.
Okay.
So I like Safe and Sound. Uh, one of my favorite beats is Something for the Mood.
Something
I
for the
like that.
mood. Okay.
Yeah, that one's cool. That's one of my favorite. Um, the It's Your Fantasy track, The Hoe in You, Dollars and Cents, Let You Have It, Summer Breeze, Quick Groove. Those right there are like my favorite beat, favorite tracks. Just one
Mm.
that I'm always going to.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
So yep, very good there. So album singles. So there's only two. I guess we could start with Safe and Sound. Do like the Roger Troutman inspiration there, and then the video I thought was pretty hard as well. Very unique music video, especially for the time 1995. I like how it goes to like different scenes. Like he's like
Yeah.
on a playground, and the next thing you know, he's like in like the city skyscraper, like downtown, something or something
Oh
like
yeah.
that. It was had to be like a very high budget music video for the time. It had to be.
Yeah, and the song Safe and Sound, man, like
Mm,
I feel like right there he's just talking about just, not worrying about, I guess for a lot of, kids or teens growing up or your young adult life,
mm,
people tend to focus more on um, a relationship status, I guess, with the partner, and he's talking more about just making your money. Just you know his focus was just making money, and in the hook, it pretty much says that in there. Some believe in Jesus, some believe in Allah, but
yeah.
people like him believe in making dollars. And then he switches off to women. I guess he would, he was basically saying if they do you wrong, don't worry about it. Just focus on your money, pretty much.
Okay.
And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
felt like that track was just more like a hustle song, like his experience with hustling.
Yeah, I
Just
like, I like the message behind the song, and it's very very nice sounding, and then like the lyrics behind it too. So I mean, it's a very good song.
yeah,
But then we go to one of my favorite tracks on the whole album, "Summer Breeze."
yeah, that one's a good one too.
Yeah, I like how he. That's just one. It spoiler alert. It's probably my favorite song on the whole project. But it's just I just like how he just talks about like his childhood growing up and you know just what
Into
would go on during like summers, I guess. And it's a nice
Yeah,
summer song.
yeah, he goes from like his childhood, like
Mhm.
playing in the neighborhood, and then
Yeah,
he's like 17 or 18 on the second verse. He's talking
yeah,
about cruising around. Now he has a car,
yeah.
and then like the
Cutlass, yeah,
third, yeah, then the third verse goes into like I guess like in his 20s, like how he lost friends to
Yeah.
violent situations, or they got locked up, or so he's pretty much a growth from like a kid to teen to like a young adulthood.
Yeah, I was a little bummed when I saw there wasn't a music video for it. It would have made a great music video.
It would have, man, like that would have been cool to see.
Yeah, definitely could have got like a young Quick and then teenage Quick and then old Quick.
Yeah,
So
would have been cool.
yeah, it was definitely a great song. One of the best songs on the album. I'm glad it was a single, even though I didn't really hear it on the radio much, if I'm being honest. But
Oh,
uh, but I
I
mean,
heard it a lot. Maybe I was just like looking for it. Yeah.
it, but yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, even summer of '95, you think he would have played it a lot more, but I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
But maybe they probably didn't play it on because I listen to Power more than I did the beat, so maybe they played it
Oh,
on the beat a little more. I don't know, but
I've heard it quite a bit on Power. Yeah, because I
mm,
was more on Power than the beat.
mm, okay,
Um, he performed Dollars and Cents at the '95 Source Awards, right?
yeah, I saw, yeah, I
See
saw
that?
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But before the song, he pretty much calls out MC8.
mm,
So it's like he put him on blast, like a lot more than MC8 put Quick on blast. Like I feel like DJ Quick was more gangster with it
yeah,
compared to MC8. And
yeah.
and Quick has some pretty good bars dissing Eight on there.
Mm,
Like he said some pretty clever shit on there.
all right. Well, we're done with the singles. So what are your favorite tracks besides all of them?
Yeah, yeah. Safe and Sound for sure. Something for the Mood is always my favorite one right
Yeah,
there.
that's a good one.
Uh, Summer Breeze and Quick's Groove. I would say like those are my top ones right there.
All right, for me, it was definitely Summer Breeze. I had to go keep the P in it, and then Tangeray.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, shout
Those are
out
good too.
to Safe and Sound. I thought was good, and not yeah, dollars and cents. I'll shout that one out as well. It was a nice diss. Well, not my favorite, but it was a nice diss. Yeah, Tangeray. I like that James Brown beat that they did for it, and then I think he put a little bit of Rick James in it as well with the what was that song by him? Busting Out. The
Oh
do
yeah.
do 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 yeah with that la
Yeah.
la 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 yeah they did a little bit of that too. I know Dougie Fresh used that beat again for the same title a few years before that, but I mean, but so I like that one, and then keep the P in it. I thought it was a nice way to get his boys on there and Cam I guess and Play I Am. So so I thought that was a nice one, nice beat.
Yeah, that was good.
And then Summer Breeze, I feel like I said, just best song on that whole entire album in my opinion. So yeah, if I'm being honest there. So those were your favorites. So yeah, just so well any least favorites that you wanted to shout out or just you like this one from top to bottom?
No, there's a couple of least favorites where I
Mm,
pretty much just skip or pass over.
mm.
Um, yeah, like Tangeray was cool, but it wasn't like my favorite. And I guess it was um, also Sucker Free. I wasn't really much of a fan of.
Yes, Sucker Free. Sucker Free was okay. I
Yeah,
wasn't really feeling that too much. And
yeah,
don't you eat it? I wasn't, or well, that was like a skit. The Can I Eat It?
yeah,
Yeah, it didn't really, yeah, it was all right. I didn't really like that song too much, but it's
yeah.
okay.
I think it was more like a yeah. It was okay. It was cool, but yeah, it wasn't one of my top favorites.
All
Yeah.
right, that makes sense. All right, so anyway, so we discussed that. So album cuts and expansions. There have been no reissues from what I've seen in terms of like any new tracks or anything like that. I mean, yeah, I can't really think of anything that Quick had in the vault that could have made this album. Maybe you might know a little more. Anything in terms of like cuts or expansions or something that you wish you could have seen on the album.
I wish there was more music videos for some of the singles on here.
Yeah, yeah,
They only have the Safe and Sound, but yeah, I wish there was more music videos to accompany some of the tracks.
Yeah, yeah. That's the only thing. That's the only doc I have on albums. Is I mean, I would say never. It's never too late. I mean, artists do music videos years after albums have come
Yeah,
out, so
that's
there's
true.
still an opportunity. I mean, Quick, if you're watching or listening, yeah, do Summer Breeze. It needs a music video, my guy.
Yeah, that would be cool. And let me know. I'll come through and help with the video. I'll shoot some shots on there too. I got some
All
ideas.
right. And then recommendations. So it was I tried to keep it to stuff that was around the time in '95. So went with well, actually I did go back to '94 a little bit. Murder Was the Case, the soundtrack. That was Dollars and Cents. That also appeared on that one months before this album dropped. So probably one of the reasons why Suge Knight was an executive producer on here because of that song, and then
Yeah,
that's what he was doing at Death Row at the time, even though he was never signed. I
yeah, he was
guess.
helping out with a lot of the production,
Mm,
some of the beats. I mean, like,
yes. So I had to shout out the Murder Was the Case soundtrack, and then Cam he makes an appearance on this album, Made in America. So if you're a Cam fan, definitely check that one out. He has a few nice tracks on there, and then I went kind of maybe in a different direction. BG Knockout and Gangsta Race of Real Brothers. I feel like that was a hard gangsta album throughout 1995. Different type of G Funk vibe. So I know
yeah,
Gabriel really loves that album. So if
yeah. Did you guys ever cover that album or?
no, not yet.
Oh, okay, because around that time too, that's when the Dog Pound and BG Knockout were going at it too.
Yeah. So I figured I'd shout that one out. And I figured you'd have your recommendations as well. Did you anything you want to suggest or recommend?
No, I mean there was quite a few. Like '95 was a pretty good year for
Yeah.
a lot of our albums that came out, but some of them are like later on in that year,
Mm,
so I feel like it wouldn't really be too relevant. But
yeah.
these are good recommendations right here. I would suggest this.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I decided to go with those. So anyway, closing thoughts on this album before we put this episode to bed.
I would just say this is an album that you should really take in and listen to as far as like the whole quality of production, the beats. I feel like this is one of Quick's best albums in his whole discography, mainly because of the production on it. The year that it came out, during that time, it was just more West Coast G Funk, and the lyrics were pretty dope. This was like the height of the whole beef with MC8, so there was a lot going on in my opinion with this. So I feel like this one would be one to pick up first.
All right. I think for me, great album, and just see, just just if you're looking to get into Quick, listen to great album from top to bottom. I definitely recommend this one. Well, really, out of his first three albums in general, I feel like those are the big three in my opinion from him. So definitely check it out. You won't be disappointed. I think the only letdown with this one was just the amount of singles for the album. Looking back on it, but it's definitely a great one. One if I can find it on CD, I'll definitely try to find it.
Yeah,
I think I had it at one point, but I definitely lost it. I gotta, yeah. I'm like I said, I'm trying to rebuild my CD collection as well as my vinyl collection. So,
yeah.
but yeah, definitely check it out. So, did we get it right or wrong? What are your favorite tracks from DJ Quick, Safe and Sound? I know a lot of you guys will be filling up the comments with your answers. Anyway, for LA Ray, Vandal Society, it is Justin Too Tall for You Fool. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and we will see you all on the next one. Peace out.